I recently climbed from rank 60 to rank 120 using this list, and with a week left for Season 11, you can too. This deck utilizes the move package, Human Torch, Dagger, Heimdall, etc., alongside strong mid-range threats, such as Shuri, Rescue, and Crossbones. Rescue and Shuri are actually close to interchangeable in our deck, with Rescue only granting 1 less power when paired with our 8 power cards. Being able to Shuri into Heimdall to drop 16 power in a location we're already winning, and then take that power elsewhere can really surprise opponents. Now that Stegron has been released, any 2 of Crossbones, Stegron, and Rescue work well, so feel free to use what you have from those. We are notably excluding Multiple Man and Doctor Strange. Multiple Man is actually quite bad in a lot of move decks, because he clogs up spaces you need to move into. Doctor Strange would be nice to include so Cloak isn't our only left to right mover, but I haven't found a way to do so smoothly as yet. Finally, Arrow is here to pull power into the right location before we move her left with Heimdall, but she can also be a sneaky way to win when played instead of Heimdall on turn 6. Against the current metagame, we are favored or even against most decks. We happen to have a very strong matchup into Sandman, especially if they are playing the recently buffed leader, as playing Heimdall gives us much more power than the 8 power it gives them due to our move triggers. The worst matchups for us involve Valkyrie or Professor X. These both eliminate our ability to buff our cards. Valkyrie does it post-buff, and Prof X does it pre-buff. If you see a deck that might be running either of those cards, be very careful with your cubes. Locations which get us free move triggers are excellent, and you can often snap upon seeing them due to the free value. Locations that simply gain a benefit from our mobility, such as can't play locations, can be very strong, but it depends on their placement. If a can't play location is on the right, it isn't good for us, but on the left, it's amazing. Locations that require us to gain dominance early, like the Raft or Asgard, are not good for us. Most other decks can fill these without compromising their game plan, like we might need to. Anything that punishes movement can be bad, but you also have a chance to use Arrow and possibly Stegron to make them work in your favor. With all of that said, this is quite a fun deck to play, but rather difficult, so let's take a look at some gameplay. Alright, into our first game. Let's see what location we got. Ebony Maw. Okay, so probably a Sandman deck. That seems the most likely. Superflow is actually a lot better for him than me if he is playing a Sandman, because the sooner he gets it out, the worse my turns 4 and 5 are going to be. If Mirror Dimension goes to Superflow though, that might give me some legs, I suppose. Kind of a lot of options here. I mean, one way or the other, we probably want to get a lot of power down on the far left lane, and we're either going to do that from playing in the middle, or we're going to do that through playing there directly. I think going directly makes more sense with Rescue here, because we can try and pull another card over here with Arrow this turn. Let's see what he does. That's actually kind of annoying, because we need to get more power in the left lane. Like, most of these Sandman decks are playing Doctor Doom, so he's going to be gaining another 3 power in the left lane, 5-2. I think here the plan should be to try and push a Vulture over there, get some extra power. Although, actually, it makes more sense to put it in the left lane, go to the middle lane, and then I'll go to the far left lane afterwards with Heimdall. There's Doctor Doom. So he's playing that on turn 5 because of Superflow. I wonder what his next play is going to be. I feel like we got this. Like, even if he Odins, we've got enough power. Yeah, it is Odin. It's not too surprising. It's annoying that Arrow pulls it over, but we've still got enough. Sandman kind of struggles against this deck, to be honest with you, because whichever lane they're committing to with their 1 card per turn, we can kind of avoid by moving away from it. So that's a pretty good illustration, actually, of how this deck works against Sandman. Superflow again. Our deck doesn't really care that much about Superflow. Sometimes it's nice because we have quite a few 2-drops. Lets us get 2 2-drops on turn 3 and 4 sometimes. Daredevil seems like probably Galactus. That doesn't affect us too much. This way, if we win the right lane, we're going to be able to push over a crossbones here, which might be helpful. He's got a lot of mana this turn, though. He's on 5. He might go for a Dock this turn. Monster Island's good for us, actually, because this gives him 1 fewer location to Galactus. Okay, Human Torch, probably one of the better targets he could hit there. So he can afford to Galactus this turn, but because we're going first and we have Arrow, and yeah, he can't do it. They snapped. Why did they snap? I don't see that snap being good for them unless I'm missing something. Yeah. Let's just take our 2 cubes and get out of here. I don't know what he could have. He hasn't destroyed anything, so his null isn't going to be very big. Absorbing Man is like the scariest thing he could do. There's a null. But what does he do on this last turn? We've just got way too much power here for him to deal with, I think. Yeah, it seemed like a smart retreat by them. When you have the counterplay, Galactus isn't too bad. Oh, that's not a good location for us, especially on the left. If it's on the right, we can build our power there over time and then move that extra power to the left, but if it's on the left to begin with, we kind of need to draw a Cloak to really benefit from this location. And normally, we're going to have to win the left location, because it's hard for us to win the right location. So we have to play there, because otherwise he's just going to get out of control strong. That's a good draw, though, thank God. We have to play in middle next turn, so I guess we're just going to rescue. Which lane did he play that in? I feel like that's probably in the middle lane. He definitely doesn't need it in the right lane. I want a Cloak, but I think we could probably just afford Crossbones and Iron Fist instead. This is going to be a lot of power in the middle lane for us, and it lets us get a move trigger next turn, potentially. Ugh. That's why we try and stay at 8 power. It's the one downside of rescue. I think it'd be better if it made it 8. Heimdall isn't really amazing here, to be honest. I think we got him here just because he can't make enough power in the lanes that matter. With Bishop and Lizard in the right lane, he's just committed so much power there. Oh, that's close. I did not really think that this was a Typhoid Mary deck. And we're very lucky I was wrong about where the Mysterio went. If that gone middle lane, he would have won there. Kunlun is good for us, but it's not like a snappable location, I think. Ant-Man could be like an ongoing deck. I've seen a lot of people playing like ongoing with Spectrum recently. And we've got Cloak, so we'll start left, go right, and then go back left again. I take it back, I think we can snap. They're not fond of that. I think, we've just got enough movement to to get a lot of triggers off here. And we have those triggers in hand. Next turn we get to go Cloak and Armor, which is kind of the ideal turn for us a lot of the time. Wolfsbane. Not really sure what deck I'm up against, to be honest with you. But we're definitely cloaking and playing Armor. By playing to the middle here, we might be able to win right and left, or middle and left. We have both options open to us. This is kind of a great example of where Shuri into Heimdall is excellent. What deck is this? An Odin deck. It's an Odin deck, right? So next turn, he's going to gain 8 on the right and 7 in the middle, which we just beat if we play Heimdall. Yeah, give us those cubes. I'm pretty sure we got this. Exactly that. I mean, it's kind of close, but we got it. Not sure if there was another line we needed to worry more about there, but I put him on Odin, and that's what he had, so I'll take it. Oh, Rickety Bridge is a cool location for us. We can do some tricks with Cloak and Armor and cause them to sacrifice things that they don't want to. They're snapping. Yeah, I don't really... Okay, so maybe it's a destroy deck, and Rickety Bridge is really good for them. But we have the counter. It's quite nice that Pet Mansion came down there, actually, because... Okay, so probably Galactus. They would have loved to play Electro in the left lane this turn, so seeing Pet Mansion here was actually amazing. I don't think we even need to armor this turn. So I'm still not sure if it's just destroy or if it's like destroy with Galactus. There's a few possibilities here. But we can just play power to every lane. It's kind of good they didn't have Galactus there. I think we still might have had a chance, because we could have gone another 8 power in the middle there. But he's in a bad spot now. He can't play Galactus in the right lane, and we've got a ton of power in the middle and the left. Yeah, that makes sense. Kind of lucky, honestly, that one. Fisk Tower is not one I like to see. We do have armor though, which is kind of, it's important in this matchup. There's so many different Thanos decks nowadays, it's really hard to guess which one he's going to be playing. I don't want to use my move trigger on this armor, so we're just going to pass. I'll push Vulture into the middle lane. We would have been punished here if the right hand had been something where I couldn't play it, but it worked out. So this might be the ongoing variant of Thanos with the Cosmo in there. I think armor plus cloak here gives us some interesting options next round. We can maybe take armor away, play arrow. If he takes Cosmo away, we get to kill something. That's probably a little wishful thinking, but it would be nice. That's good for us. We're in a good position to win the middle, so that actually is representing 3 power for us in either of the sides. I don't think he can beat us if we choose to win the middle. Do you think he moves Cosmo here? That's the question. If I was him, I would move Cosmo. So I'm gonna play around that. In worst case scenario, I just get 8 power in the left hand. So he has a Heimdall now. Would he play a Heimdall? Probably not. I think we can tie him on the right lane if we play Heimdall there. Oh, interesting. Yeesh. I did not expect Dr. Doom. We should have played Heimdall in the middle. Oh, we still got it. That was really too close for comfort. I did not expect Dr. Doom in the Thanos list, but it worked out. Alright, let's do one more. Another tower. Actually, we kind of have the perfect hand to make this tower work for us, because we can armor, and that armor can move left when we need it to. But for now, we have the threat of killing something with arrow. In case you couldn't tell, I'm playing during the Monster Island hot location day. Okay. What deck is this? This seems like maybe Sarah Control or something. Okay, Groot, that's gotta be Silver Surfer. I don't know other decks that would be playing that card. Hopefully we get to kill something here. Nope. But he doesn't have Shang-Chi, so we probably just win. Consolidate all of our cards in the middle, and then we just have so much power that he can't destroy because of the armor too. Okay, I didn't think we were 1 power away. I was expecting Killmonger plus Surfer there, but it worked out. Alright, that's all the games for today. 2 quick notes. Firstly, I play a lot on phone, and I don't have the stats for my whole climb. What shows in the deck analysis part of this video is just my stats for PC games since I hit Infinite and began tracking while playing PC. The average cube gain, I believe, is close to correct, though. Secondly, thank you to a Twitter user named Jazzarus for messaging me on Twitter after 3 years of this channel being silent to suggest a Snap video. I really appreciate that someone was still thinking about my videos. I hope to make more moving forwards, and I'll see you next time.